Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlicker shows, deathly search, peasants, vassals, minions, meat sacks. I'm Useful Idiot. Welcome. So the clash with Yemen looks like it's turning into a real war, and Trump can still claim that he didn't start the war because that's one of the components of this. This war on Yemen has been going on for almost 20 years now, and so threats of military action by the U.S. Is just more of the same as far as the Yemenis are concerned. And these latest U.S. strikes and killing of some of their leaders has only exacerbated the population in Yemen. And there was a huge anti-American rally in Yemen recently. I saw a film of the crowd, and it looked like there was easily 100,000 or more people there. It was huge. But so anyway, it's going to motivate Yemen, and they're going to be defiant. And we'll see what happens. I would assume that there's two possibilities. Trump's going to continue the pressure on Yemen, and they're going to back down somewhat, or Trump's going to continue the pressure on Yemen, and they're going to react even more strongly and do even more attacks in the Red Sea, in the shipping lanes, and everything else. But one component of this that I was really disappointed in is Tulsi Gabbard used to be very adamant about Congress giving authorization to the president for having a war in Yemen, and then also not being on board with the whole idea of having hostilities and a direct war with Yemen. But now she's all on board. She's all on board and is even calling for a coalition to upgrade this to an actual war on Yemen. And we can be pretty confident that Trump means business. If they're going to continue their attacks, then Trump's going to really up the game. And so Yemen has been suffering under, what, 10 years of military actions from Saudi Arabia. And now the U.S. and the U.K. and perhaps a coalition is going to really upgrade this to a full-fledged war. And there was a January 19th ceasefire, and I even posted a video on it that Yemen had declared that they were going to have a ceasefire and they weren't going to attack Israel in shipping. And I even had a commenter got on there and said, are you sure? And sure enough, even though there was a ceasefire declared on January 19th, Yemen didn't stop any of its attacks in the shipping lane. So I actually had to pull that video. But Biden did a number of massive strikes in January of 2024 and January 2025. And then, of course, Obama was involved in bombing Yemen as well. And remember that a actual citizen of the United States was killed in Yemen by a drone, and there was a lot of controversy about that. And Biden, at one point, tried to placate Yemen and offered an end to all the sanctions and the recognition of Yemen and the Houthi government, or one of the governments in Yemen, and the Houthis being one of them. They even offered him money, and they turned it down. And so I don't think they're going to make the same offer to Trump. But it's possible they may get the message and restrain themselves somewhat. But for all practical purposes, I think Trump's going to turn this into a real war. And as I said, he can still claim that he hasn't started any wars because this war has been going on for 20 years. He's just going to finish it. And that sounds like a Trump thing. He's not going to start a war, but if there is one, he's going to finish it. And I also remember doing a video the very first day Trump was in office, his first administration. The first thing he did was bomb Yemen. So he's definitely got Yemen in his sights. But as I say, it looks like Trump is very serious about this. And if Yemen keeps agitating and keeps attacking ships, which it definitely looks like they're doing, they've most recently targeted more U.S. ships, then Trump's going to finish this. And before it's over, it's going to look like a real war. So anyway, yeah, man, war in Yemen. I'm a useful idiot. don't you be one too.